Alright, here's a small tutorial on how to, well, remove all the pieces and rebuild the pieces that you can, that you have access to on a universal pin station assembly. This would be for any GS series pin setter. But anyway, any GS series pin setter that uses the universal pin station assembly, which I believe would be the GS 96, 98, GSX, GSNXT. Anyway, here we have the pin station assembly. This one is particularly for the one pin. This one is currently working correctly. Sorry about the little camera bump there. Obviously, if a pin were to hit this ejector flap, I cannot push this down. So a pin would hit this, fall into here, push down on the retaining bow, and it would unlock this flap so that way the next pin could go across. Occasionally, you will run into situations such as this. I just want to turn this. What a pain. All right, put this back together here. I just took this apart and put it together wrong. I didn't go far enough. But anyway, you'll run into a situation where a pin should be getting ejected into the pin distributor station here, and it's not. The pin will just ride right over this, and the fact is that the gears inside of here are off time. So how to quickly do this and get these gears back in time? We're going to pull the pins, right, that are holding the retaining bow in. So I'm going to reach under there and lift that pin out. From here, I can actually remove the retaining bow. I'm just going to pull this corner out and then slide it out. I'll show you that like it's easy, but yeah, it is. So now I'm going to set my retaining bow to the side, most likely in the trough. We're going to check our pins. As you can see, they get worn out. This other side isn't really that worn. It is worn enough that I would normally go get some new pins, but I am going to flip this. So if they are worn like this side, flip them over and put them in the other way. That'll save you some bucks in the long run. These pins aren't expensive, but they might be like, oh shoot, it might be like $20, or I don't even know, 20. They might be $2 a pack. It could be $2 a pin. I don't know. Anyway, so now that we've got the retaining bow out, there's a little gear here that's blocked by the. I want to see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. There it is. It's right there. This gear. So I can freely kind of turn this in a circle, as you can see. I'm going to zoom back out. Oh, it's in. So I'm reaching in here and I'm just turning this gear. And as I keep my finger down on this, just very lightly, eventually as I turn this gear, it's going to kick the ejector flap up. And as I slowly rotate it, I'm going to push down. It's going to fall right onto a lip. Now I'm just, from there, that is where this needs to be. So I'm now holding this ejector flap down onto that lip. I'm going to take the retaining bow. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's like straight up and down, but it's a very light turn inwards where I get the ends into the holes. Now I'm just going to slowly rotate this down until it goes in. Okay, now I can let go of the ejector flap, holding my retaining bow up and in. I can go and grab my pin and put it down in the hole where it goes to hold the retaining bow. Okay. I'm always have one hand on this thing so I don't come out of alignment while I'm doing this. Okay. Now the next step is to reach down here for the spring leg. Take that up and in, and you can't really see where it goes on the inside, but there's a little slot for that. Now this thing's in time. It'll work perfectly. It's just that quick. Just that quick. You just, bam, take the retaining bow out. Okay, rotate the gear until you go up. It'll fall onto the ledge. You hold it. Retaining bow. It's up at an angle. Rotate down. Lock it in. Hold it. Pin number 1. Pin number 2. Spring. Good to go.